What is up, guys? Welcome to This Week in Wrestling, the Straight Edge Wrestling podcast. November 28th, almost the end of the year. God damn it. No, I can't believe the year's already gone. Survivor Series behind us. So, what two pay-per-views left for the year. War Games and...
Two? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, War Games.
But I didn't classify technically NXT with the WWE.
Yeah. So we'll start with Survivor Series right off the bat. But before we get into that, please like and subscribe to us here on this channel. Head over and follow us on Twitter at SEW_podcast. We've got Instagram and all that good stuff down in the links down below.
We have Instagram?
Series. We do.
No.
At Straight Edge Wrestling. So Survivor Series. As a whole, what do you think?
Big chunk, shite. Some very good gold bits that come out of it, but a big chunk of it is shit.
I really like the pay-per-view as a whole. I actually was one of my favourite pay-per-views in a while as a whole pay-per-view.
Fucking hell, you have no taste.
Oh, no, do you know what the problem is? I liked pretty much everything they did, other than I didn't like the finishes of lots of things. I thought most of it was all right. The finishes of some things just baffled me. But we'll go through it. So we'll talk about the team matches. Team Raw first. Men's Team Raw versus Men's Team SmackDown.
Shit.
That was a stinker. That was
just shit.
It just
what a way to kill your fucking SmackDown main roster, which do better showing than what fucking Raw has.
I think it tells you again what they think about Raw and SmackDown, right? I think again it puts even though SmackDown was supposed to be like the new flagship on Fox and all this, I think it really highlighted that there's only one flagship and it's always going to be Raw. But
even though SmackDown's a better show,
yeah, consistently better. I've genuinely, I've said it on this show multiple times, I've genuinely not enjoyed an episode of Raw in maybe 3 or 4 months. Like I've enjoyed
since they got rid of Underground.
Yeah, those two things are not linked, but they have odd good things. Yeah. Raw does like odd good bits here and there, but the whole show's always been a bit meh. While SmackDown's had some really quite good full shows over the past few months. Not so much recently, but over the past few months. I didn't understand Seth Rollins getting on his knees. Like, I know he's now on paternity leave and all that. That was just a weird way of writing him out of the show. Everyone online was like, well, he said he didn't want to be in a ring with Matt Riddle, and that's one way to get out of it. That was a bizarre one, but yeah, and then just the decimation of SmackDown.
Well, yeah, it could have been a great match, but shockingly for some reason, let's destroy SmackDown again, like they try and do most years these days when they do these things. Yeah. It seems to be like really formulaic. They seem to have done this a million times now. You know, they just keep on. I've got nothing nice to say about this match. Can we move on from that one?
So the SmackDown match, SmackDown women's match.
Yeah. You mean the SmackDown v Raw women's match? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I mean. Yeah, the SmackDown women's match. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I really
it's
enjoyed the match.
Bit of a weird finish.
Yeah, so that was my issue, is that I actually really enjoyed the bulk of the match. I just didn't get the stupid count out at the end. I thought that was really lame. I think they've been telling her.
I think it would have been a better finishing of Lana where she was. God, I've completely forgot her name. The one for SmackDown.
I can't remember who was left. Bianca Belair.
Yeah, Bianca. Yeah. Bianca managed to just get in the ring, just to have Lana at her finisher and thing, because it would be believable after she just took a beating from the women's tag team and took both their finishers.
Yeah, and it wouldn't. I don't see what it did with anyone. Bianca Belair, she looked good in that match. She came out looking okay.
Bianca Belair came out looking like a fucking superstar. What are you chatting about?
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, had she done like that finish, which you just said, it would have been even better, really, because she still continued to fight on.
So,
I don't know. I think it was just a bit like it made Lana look a bit stupid. I don't know.
Well, they've been making Lana look stupid for the whole fucking story of Survivor Series. Well, actually, the last 2 months.
And which is even weirder because they just released a documentary on Lana on the network, which I recommend people go and watch because it's really, really interesting. And in it, she talks about how she tries to improve and she goes to training schools and all this constantly, and then all she does is go on social media and get told to kill herself and to die and all this stuff. And she's like, it kind of gets to you. And she opened up about it, and it's a really emotional and really hitting piece. And then they go back and make her look like a tit on the TV show.
Well, and then she should also get some online coaching from Paige and take her attitude.
Yeah.
Because no offense, one person who gets a lot of abuse online, Paige.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it didn't do Paige a well or good either. But like, I don't understand. It's just they had something really quite serious and real in that Lana story, and then they just make her look like a tit on television. But
yes,
whatever. Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn.
I love this match because I love how they told the whole story that basically Sami could have won this match, but he kept trying to screw himself because, no offense, there was never any interference from the outside, but he always had to go get in their faces.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying Sami Zayn. Really enjoying Sami Zayn. Not just about SmackDown this week. I thought Sami was great, and for the last several weeks, he's been really good. Yeah, I love this. I thought it was really smart. I actually figured, I don't know why, but I thought Sami was going to win it. I really don't know why. When they've been telling the story about Sami being screwed, I just really thought he was going to win it. Like, in some way.
Well, it's more funny because let's be honest. The thing is, what I also found funny from this, when he went to SmackDown, he never actually mentioned that he got screwed from Survivor Series. Mainly because I think he realised he screwed himself.
Yeah. Sami screwed Sami. So the Street Profits and New Day, I don't get it. I'm going to say it straight outright. Like, we just had a goodbye to the New Day. We just had a goodbye to the New Day 3 weeks ago on TV. This is the last time we're going to see them together, and then Big E came out with them. I get that it's because cross promotion and all that, but like, we literally just said goodbye to them 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then they were back on SmackDown on that last Friday.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. So I just don't get it. It's like, this is WWE 101, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, but all right. But what's your opinion of the match? Not the
okay.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Yeah, I thought it was fine. I mean, the thing is, there's no
Big E upset you.
No, I thought it was fun. I think.
What's your problem with Big E? Oh, I'm now talking about Big E. What's wrong with Big E?
I love New Day. I can't remember who.
But not Big E. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I don't like bad writing, and this is bad writing.
Then why do we watch WWE every fucking?
I know. Yeah, I know.
And a bit of AEW. Why do we watch wrestling?
Who does the frog splash in the street? I can never remember if it's Angelo or Montez, but whoever it was, is got maybe the best frog splash since like Eddie.
Like, I think it's Montez. Incredible. Montez is the skinny one, ain't he?
Right. Yeah. Montez Ford. Yeah. And I think that may have been the best one I've ever seen hit at Survivor Series, which he hit, which was just insane. Genuinely, like I gift it. Because I was like, that's fucking insane. Just the height, he gets like 18 foot in the air somehow to come back down.
He does seem to do slow motion frog splashes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I would not have wanted to be Xavier Woods just waiting for that thing to come down on me. I think the match was fine. It was completely inconsequential. I think it was just a fine match. And we had, what else do we have? Sasha Banks and Asuka.
It was a good match, but it's just a typical sort of match between those two that we've seen multiple times already this year.
Exactly. We've seen so many of them, but yeah, it was a good match. The Universal Championship match, Drew versus Roman. I actually really, really like this match. Genuinely one of my favorite matches of the year.
Well, I loved it. It was just wasted on Survivor Series.
Yeah. This easily could have main evented a WrestleMania. It really could have.
Truthfully, I would have just kept the belt on Randy Orton. I still don't fully understand why they took it away from him. No, exactly. Like the whole point, right? I mean, I said this on the show, like a month ago? They took the belt off Drew to give to Randy so that they didn't have to do Roman versus Drew. And then they just
done a U-turn and did it anyway. It makes no sense. I don't get it. Like, it would have made much more sense, as you say, just let Randy continue as the champ, have Roman beat Randy, and move on to Drew and Roman, towards Mania. But but either way, I love the match. I thought the match was so well done. I thought both guys were well protected in the finish as well, which WWE normally struggles to do. I really liked that. I thought everyone came out of that looking good, and I loved Jay getting involved, and then them actually continuing on with that story this week. With Roman saying to Jay, what the fuck are you doing, basically. I thought it was really smart.
What technically Roman expects, and then we had Jay that doesn't say it on TV.
Yes, yeah. And then we had Undertaker's retirement.
Well, that was a shit show, wasn't it?
I mean, so I liked it.
What, for his 30-year send-off, that's the crap they give the guy. A bunch of wrestlers come down to just waste time that, well, they're not there for any other reason apart from to make an entrance and have a laugh in the ring. Vince comes down and they're already gone. Then the Undertaker comes down. I'd rather have the Undertaker back that could speak.
Nah, see. Firstly, this was Mark Calloway that produced this. So this is the set that he wanted.
Actually Vince McMahon that did all this.
Well, it was Vince, Triple H, and Taker. They done it all. But I thought, look, the only bit.
I can live with the Undertaker speech, but I can live with Vince. The wrestlers part, I just didn't understand. I like the video.
The only bit I don't get is the wrestlers coming down to the ring and leaving. I thought they were going to be round the ring as he gave his speech or whatever, and they were. That was the funny thing. They were there. They were just behind the camera in the crowd. So I don't understand why they weren't just by the ring.
That, or I thought there would have been maybe a couple, like 5 minutes where they maybe each one does a quick says something.
Yeah,
but it was just important them being there.
But I mean, the whole point of it really was that they were having a big party and celebration stuff backstage for the new documentary that they're doing about his retirement. So really, they've flown them all in for a WWE Network special that's yet to come, and then just put them in front of the TV for a minute and give them.
They did like a 5-year following him to do his retirement.
Yeah, but apparently,
documentaries can you do about one person's retirement?
Yeah, but apparently there was cameras following him and all them guys backstage all day. So they're obviously going to do another thing for his retirement day. But
episode 6.
I was worried that they were going to have Mark Calloway come out, and I didn't want to see Mark Calloway. I wanted to see the Undertaker with the entrance and all that.
Part. I can live with that Undertaker part. I just didn't get the rest of it. The rest of it made no sense on how they did it.
The only thing to me that didn't make any sense was the wrestlers being there and then disappearing. Like, the video package is fine. I'm so thankful that they had Vince introduce him.
Yeah, I did like the Vince part being there, but
and I thought the Paul Bearer
hologram. I like John Cena made it into the video.
Yeah. I thought the Paul Bearer hologram was genuinely incredible, and it actually it put it made all my hairs on my arms stand up when they'd done that. I thought that was so well done. And the video package was good. Yeah, I expected more talking. I think that was the thing.
A bit more from what actually happened, especially when you brought a group of wrestlers down that are supposed to be good friends of the Undertaker.
Yeah, and the Godfather's since criticised it. Also,
some people have criticised it, especially even backstage from all.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, it's like they flew a lot of these old guys out there in the midst of a pandemic to stand there for 35 seconds, And the only person that they got to get into full gear was Kane, which was just hilarious. That he was in full fucking gear, whilst everyone else was.
Shawn Michael thing at WrestleMania with Stone Cold Mick Foley.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was hoping that they told him, no, Glenn. Honestly, everyone's getting into their gear. It's not going to be just you. I thought that was so funny.
Well, technically, Jeff Hardy was in his gear too, so
yeah, he had the cool little face paint that Undertaker's him. Jeff Hardy, I get why Jeff was there. I do, because Taker and Jeff have a really good bond, but he just seemed like the odd one out there, right? It was so weird.
He can just about still wrestle.
Yeah, because he's still like current. I was like, that's a bit of a funny one.
Yeah, but the way his leg's going right now, and how much longer is he still going to be current? Because you generally forget how long Jeff and Matt have actually been in the business for.
Oh yeah, since like the mid-90s, like a long time. Yeah, it is surprising.
They're not that far behind the Undertaker's fucking career number of years right now.
Yeah, well, do you know what has been really like bugging me in a weird way? I don't know why it bugs me, but it does. They keep on talking about it as though Undertaker's only been in the wrestling business for 30 years.
Well, yeah, they're saying that like Undertaker messaged him. I think it was Undertaker in one of his video things that they did on it. So I've been with WWE for 30 years. I've been in the business.
Yeah, because every time they talk about it, it's like a 30-year career. No. He's had like nearly a 40-year career.
Yeah, but you forget WWE. If it wasn't even WWE, then they don't care unless they bought it.
Yeah,
unless they bought the rights to it, they don't care.
But you think exactly? So you think they would, because it was like WCCW
That's
and
why
all
Ric
that.
Flair only has 16 world titles.
Yeah, not 22 or whatever. Yeah, but like you think that they would, Mean Mark Callis and Big Red and the Punisher and all this stuff. They own all that footage. It was part of their life. So yeah, it's just weird to me that I know it's like 30 years off The Undertaker. But
Vince McMahon doesn't want you to think that Mark Calaway was any other thing else than Undertaker, and he was all to do with Vince McMahon that Mark Calaway had a successful career.
Yeah, that's fun. That's so bizarre. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, and I really enjoyed that. Really, his retirement wasn't just that thing that they've done so much, and they've done The Last Ride, and they've done all the awesome documentaries they've put out on the network over the last Undertaker month. With the Brother Destruction one, the Mortician, all that, really good. And Mark Calaway is doing so many interviews. he's speaking to freaking like everything at the moment. It's crazy.
Yeah, I have seen some bits,
which is so weird. It's just so weird to see. But I just remembered we forgot one big thing that happened at Survivor Series: the Gobbledy Gooker returned. The Gobbledy Gooker. I mean, he debuted the same day as The Undertaker did in 1990 at Survivor Series. And do you know who was in that Gobbledy Gooker outfit?
Do I care?
Drew Gulak. just humiliate the man even further.
So technically, it wasn't the man who debuted back then all that time ago, was it?
No, it wasn't Hector Guerrero as it was 30 years ago. But the Gobbledy Gooker, that was just the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I tweeted out at one point, the Gobbledy Gooker.
Just think though, technically, originally, the Undertaker was going to be coming out of an egg.
Well, that was what Undertaker was scared of, yeah.
No, I think Jimmy Cornette was also trying to get that one as well.
Yeah, Undertaker tells the story, doesn't he, on the Stone Cold podcast, that was what he thought. Yeah. He thought he was going to be Eggman.
I've heard somewhere before where Jimmy Cornette tried to say, well, let's have the Undertaker come out the egg.
It doesn't surprise me.
That would have fucking killed the Undertaker straight away, wouldn't
it? Yeah, I had to kill a career. Fuck me. But I tweeted out at one point something along the lines of, the Gobbledy Gooker just got pinned by a ninja after being distracted by a load of chicken seed. Well, that was a fucking ridiculous thing to ever have to tweet out. It's just so ludicrous. But anyway, the rest of the week, what do you think about Raw, SmackDown, AEW, NXT?
Not a lot. I like NXT.
No, I like NXT a lot. I actually like
my MVP of the week is on NXT as well, William Regal.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I say once again with Raw, just completely inconsequential, couple of okay bits here and there.
Tell you what, with Raw,
I thought,
fucking love Braun Strowman. Fucking love that man.
Why?
Because he fucking headbutted a bull prick.
Oh, Adam Pearce really shit the bed. Like, so many times.
I don't understand why they put the bruise right up here on his head. When they're doing the interview, when they came back to him again after he had his his first comment, I suddenly realised because when they said, "Oh, the bruising on his head," I didn't see a bruising near his forehead where he got headbutted. No, it's up the fucking top of his. I'm like, what the fuck? He didn't get headbutted there. All would have broke his fucking nose.
So fucking stupid. But yeah, Adam Pearce was like really bad all throughout the show. I don't really get that at all. I mean, really, there was nothing much on the show. Alexa Bliss was good. Alexa Bliss was very good.
I loved the Alexa Bliss stuff that she did through the show. I loved the bit with her and Nikki Cross.
Yes.
I also quite loved when the Fiend suddenly popped up from the barrier on Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Jack, and the bit that we're all supposed to believe that, all shockingly, when Randy Orton looks over, the Fiend suddenly disappeared and isn't hiding just out on the other side of the camera behind there.
Yeah.
We're not
supposed to declare. Yeah, it's like, Undertaker coming out from underneath the ring, that sort of thing. We're supposed to pretend that we don't see him just pop out. But yeah, no, I liked Alexa Bliss. I thought the AJ Styles and Randy Orton match was actually very, very good. They didn't.
This probably could have been this good at the WrestleMania we were at, but the lights were blinding us all so much that we couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. So we have no idea if it was just as good there. I just kind of assumed that Randy was going to win. So I like the fact that they used the Fiend and they had AJ pick up the win there. Yeah. I thought it was good.
I got to admit, I also quite like his bodyguard though, especially in the opening bit where they're outside the ring and he just fucking throws them in the other to the fucking side of the apron.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, generally, what else happened on the show of note? What top contender with Keith Lee and Lashley, Asuka and Lana defeated Nia and Shayna.
I'm also a little upset on this one that the Hurt Business didn't win the tag team titles again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with the Hurt Business. Yeah. I tell you what, there was maybe one little bit on the show which I really did like, which was so unintentional, which was MVP going up to Matt Riddle and going to him, "I am not your bro." And then Matt Riddle just went, "Aww." And nearly broke MVP. MVP like stopped in his tracks and had to look back and try not to laugh. That really made me laugh. But yeah, other than that, nothing much.
I normally look at Matt Riddle and laugh.
Yeah.
And say, well, actually, human being.
Yeah, talking about Matt Riddle, that's getting very serious now. That his the lawsuits against him getting very, very, very serious. They're suing Gabe Sapolsky of Evolve. They're suing Evolve Wrestling, WWE, and Matt Riddle. And Matt Riddle's had to get his own new counsel, get new lawyers and stuff. And it seems that it's going to be going fully to trial unless WWE settles on his behalf, which they are known to do.
But in the past, they've gotten rid of wrestlers for less than this.
Yep, which tells me that they clearly have his back regardless, right? It's the same as Velveteen Dream, isn't it? Where it's like certain people are just untouchable for some fucking reason. But there we are. NXT.
That was a really good show.
NXT. Very good show. Yeah, I really liked it.
Kevin Owens on announcement.
Yeah,
seems to be trying to shit on people on that one.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. For me, the moment came from the Kevin Owens show that just made my week. Especially when he's like that, he's doing the interviews and he's like, "Don't say their name because they'll come out." And that's how it kept going on. And maybe he's changed. Maybe look at it. And then he's like, "But just if we had someone like Theodore Long, person here." Which I just love because William Regal comes out and the last thing he says is, "Leia." Broke Kevin Owens. It broke me. I just loved every moment. I just like, this is gold. Why did this man never have a world title? Why did he not carry one? Wasted opportunity.
Give him all the title reigns. Yeah.
But I really loved about this show. Though. It was very women heavy.
It was, wasn't it? I mean, I think
it so much more up for the women's war games. And it was constantly them not breaking out different things and then popping back up again, jumping other people. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it opened with Candice LeRae and Ember Moon. We got Tony Storm and all that. There was a lot. I tell you what. Obviously Undisputed Era came back last week.
Yep.
And this week they had a War Games Advantage match between Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne. I thought the match was great. I thought the finish was good.
Seems like they may have a new member
and
now.
Also Kyle O'Reilly took the most ridiculous bump from the ladder to the floor. It was like, what the fuck? What are you doing, man?
Kyle O'Reilly's almost been killed a few times through that match, and when he's sort of a little injury prone, it's a bit dangerous.
I was literally like, Jesus, what the hell, man? Like, just
between that segment, I was like, what the hell? And then the bit where they put him through the ladder.
Yes.
And the way he landed on that, I was like, holy shit, they're going to kill him.
Yeah. That was it was genuinely good match, especially for a ladder match on TV. Like, that felt more like a pay-per-view match.
Although, what's the betting? It was Finn Balor getting payback on him, actually, for breaking his jaw behind the mask.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to Finn if it was. Yeah. So fucking deserved it. But, yeah, I genuinely thought NXT was really smart, was really good this week. AEW.
It had its moments. I tell you, one of my high bits actually I loved was the promo with Taz and Cody.
Oh, that was genius. I loved Taz actually getting physical. I thought finally seeing Taz actually do it. Yeah. I love the Mox and Kenny Omega thing. I mean, obviously last week
the contract signing that never really happened.
Yeah, and obviously last week we had a great Mox promo where he just announced to the world that Renee was pregnant before she told anyone, and then this week, and then obviously was attacked.
Married to fucking John Moxley. Of course, he's going to do something nuts. So you got to get jumped the gun.
He said something like, yeah, he said something like, well, I was looking around and I saw how other people announced it to the world. He said, and I thought it was a bit ridiculous how people announced pregnancies to the world. So he's like, I'll just drop it. He said, so I just text Renee and told her that I was dropping it in a promo. Like, Jesus Christ. I bet she was like, brilliant. Well done. I fucking love that man. But yeah, I can't wait for Mox and Omega. There's lots of differing opinions as to which way they're going to go and whether Mox is actually going to Japan in January. So we don't know. Because I think that will probably kind of dictate which way they go with it.
What's the point in watching Wrestle Kingdom if John Moxley's not there?
Yeah. Will Ospreay's there.
So he's wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know that bit yet. But yeah, I mean, Dynamite, I really like Pac being back. I tell you what we did, because we didn't do a show last week, there was a bit which I loved on last week's Dynamite, and I think they're still carrying this stuff on, with the Inner Circle in Vegas. I thought that was so funny. I think it was genius, and like Hornswoggle being in the bathroom. It's just ridiculous. I like all that Inner Circle goofy shit that they keep on doing. But other than that, really, there wasn't much on AEW. It was a lot of matches again.
Yeah.
It was very, very much heavy.
We'd love the fact that they finally once put the AEW women's title on the line. And I thought that was quite great. I also think Anna Jay could have deserved maybe winning it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd literally almost forgotten who the champion was. I won't lie. And that's no disrespect to Shida, because Shida is fantastic.
You shut your mouth.
No, I'm saying, I'm not. It's literally no disrespect to Shida whatsoever. We just don't hear anything. We just don't see the title. They don't really talk about it.
That's why I follow her on Twitter. I get to see her on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's like, I genuinely forgot who was holding the belt at one point, because it's like,
you know they have a website that tells you who their champions are, right?
Yeah, I know, but they should also be, on the freaking television.
Don't be stupid. Who does that?
I know.
Let's be honest.
Let's put the NWA women's title instead.
Drew weren't even on fucking Raw, mate. So.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't get it. The other than that, really, there's not much. I mean,
Pac has been thrown right in the center of like a proper story now. I really like Pac. I'm glad he's back. I like that.
I'll admit, who he's going up against is really good because Eddie Kingston is probably the best person around today right now doing promos.
Yeah,
there isn't anyone better than him.
No, I can't argue with that at all. I
can literally say if you got to go in to do a promo against that man, you just got to keep up with him. That's all you have to try and do. You ain't going to beat him.
I agree, and I tell you what, that's as well because I think 2020 has been like the year of the promo, right? I think we've had some of the best promos we've had in 20 years, come out this year, and Eddie Kingston managed to come from being relatively unknown to being like hell of a person on the mic and in the ring. And actually be a contender for like top promo of the year, which is crazy. But and then SmackDown.
So lackluster, wasn't it?
Yeah, again, it was like a bit all over the place. I mean, once again, we go back to what we said. I think every week for like 5 weeks, which was the Roman and Jay stuff is good.
I don't know. Even the start with bit where he once again is having a go at Jay to start with the opening part got a bit.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit samey, but it is good promo work. But yeah, it is a bit samey. But then
make them fear us. Shut up. Just slap.
But then
Jay, just slap him. Slap him and walk away.
But then everything else on the show just sort of, I don't know, it just merges into one. I mean, there was also a bit which I still don't understand. So the Street Profits come out, Rude and Ziggler in the ring, and they mock Bobby Roode for not being able to grow facial hair except for on his top lip. So whoever wrote that promo for them
has never watched TNA.
No, whoever watched that promo for them didn't look at the fact that Bobby Roode has a full beard right now. Like they wrote a promo for the guys without even actually looking at who they were writing a promo for. The commentator Michael Cole was just like, "What? He's got a beard. Who are they looking at?" It just made no sense. I found that so funny.
Like when they first came out before they started on Bobby, was like it's Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. That's so funny. I love that. I did enjoy that. I thought that was good. I do really like the Street Profits.
Just not so much their writers, yeah.
Just not so much their writers. Once again, it's not their fault. Yeah. Sami Zayn versus Bryan was a great match. Bryan, how his neck is in 18 pieces after getting dropped on his head on the freaking ring apron, I don't know.
Because his neck's never the issue; it's his brain.
It's his brain, yeah. Concussion? What concussion? I'll just take a brain buster on the ring apron. Jesus Christ, man! That was a really good match. I loved that. I thought, them taking it backstage and like Sami running and all that stuff. I thought it was genius. I really thought
I bet Sami's fucking had to fucking sit down for an hour after
that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was smart. They're really building Bianca Belair, aren't they? Like they've really tried to push Bianca.
I can see why. That I don't fully understand the est thing, but I can't quite fully work out what all the letters mean. But
no, neither do I. But
nor has anyone actually explained what these
explained
mean,
it.
But...
No. I thought maybe it was just me not paying attention, but no, I don't think they have
explained it in that opening video when she was just saying about being the est.
Yeah,
I missed it while watching that video.
Yeah, same here.
It was just her showing off against because she's better than everyone else in any kind of sport she does.
So, another female highlight of SmackDown, Billie Kay on commentary.
Billie Kay is just a superstar. I love that one.
I think what the best thing, and this isn't supposed to be a knock again, this isn't supposed to be a knock to Peyton Royce. They split them up for Peyton Royce to become this big single star, and Billie Kay shines instead.
Billie Kay like shining without doing anything in the ring.
Yeah. I love that. That was so much.
Fox actually tweeted out, because she came out of a headshot with a resume in the back. They actually tweeted out the resume in the back.
I saw it. It's genius. I just love Corey Graves and Michael Cole sat there and her going, "Excuse me, guys, I'm going to squeeze in here," pushing her way in between them.
There's the bit, it's her face reaction when she suddenly looks back at Michael Cole and he's like that, and it's just her reaction. Oh, she's just gold. She really is. I love Billie Kay.
She just gets it. We always hear that, oh, they just don't have it. She has it, and brilliant. Yeah, and then from there we moved on to Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. Once again, great match, really great match.
And I like how the end of it all. The only thing that's irritating me now is they are sort of such a big build up for Jey for 2 months to make him this guy to kind of destroy in 3 shows, which was last SmackDown, Survivor Series, and then this SmackDown. But I did quite like the stuff with Kevin Owens.
I mean, I really thought that he was going to be like the sole survivor of the SmackDown men's team and like overcome the odds and win, right? Like I can't.
Or at least come down to the last survivor and eliminate 2 or 3 of the other side, and then maybe lose because going up against 5 guys, odds in your favor. Randy Orton.
Yeah, and because bearing in mind, we saw Jey get his ass handed to him by Roman and not quit. So why all of a sudden is he like being beat? I completely agree, because I thought. I mean, we both sung their praises about how well they done Roman and Jey and how they built Jey from basically being a tag star, or just being a tag star, to being a genuine competitor for a World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Who, if he'd have won, I'd have been fine with that, And they managed to just kill it within a couple of weeks. I don't know. It takes 6 months to build, 1 week to kill. It's bizarre. But there we are. But yeah, I loved Kevin Owens at the end, getting into the camera, then going at Roman. I thought that was great. I love this Kevin Owens. They need something for KO.
I really would have loved Romans to just at least show up on the apron. You're the man who keeps telling your little cousin that they got to fear us.
Yeah.
Make a presence.
And yeah, I agree. But yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, they haven't had anything for Kevin Owens in such a long time. Like he's done basically. Yeah, exactly. He's just been doing the KO show, which is so weird for a man who is arguably one of the best wrestlers they have. So it's bizarre, but yeah, I'm glad that he's getting thrown right in there with Roman. Brilliant. Yeah. So news-wise, over the last couple of weeks, I tell you what has been announced, which looks awesome, is the new TV show called Young Rock. It is.
Did you see
the flow
of the picture that The Rock hates?
Yeah, just absolutely genius. I'm going to put it up on the screen, but they've cast, who they cast? They've cast like Andre the Giant. They've cast.
Giant's dead.
I mean, they've cast someone to play Andre. They've cast someone to play.
Oh, you mean as a character? All right.
As a character. As a character.
They started bringing back zombies or something now. What's going
on? Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be detailing basically his life as a child running for president. So The Rock it's supposed to be like he's running for president in the year 2032 or whatever, and he's looking back over his life. Oh yeah, I can believe that too. People are saying it's probably reality that he's going to do it. So here is the huge balloon that they ran in New York for Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
I just find it funny they do it of the picture that he fucking hates.
Oh, it was just so genius, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to that show. Like, it's going to be so stupid, it's going to be so out there ridiculous. I can't wait. I thought that balloon was just hilarious. The fact that they had The Rock in that damn beanbag, that bump pack picture, that famous picture. I love this. Look at it. Look at the size of the damn thing. It's just a joke.
I don't think his hair it should be a bit bigger, I think, his little Astro.
Yeah. Oh, genius.
Not the way though, they actually built his arms to look like how he does now, not the way he looked like back then.
Yeah, because he was by no means was he built back then. I mean, he was like he was like a skinny little kid back then, wasn't he? I mean, God, let me find that. Yeah, here's the picture for context. Okay, there is the picture for context.
What a shirt that's actually bagging on him for once,
yeah. He's not like pulling out. This picture is just so iconic now, isn't it? It's so ridiculous.
Yep, and he
hates it. He hates it. I think that's genius. That was one of the highlights of my week. Genuinely was. I love The Rock so much.
My biggest highlight still William Regal and player.
Yeah. But anyway, that is it for this week in wrestling. Please head on over and follow us on Twitter at SEW_podcast. Like and subscribe to us here on this channel. And we'll see you next time with another video. We are out.